Welcome back to part 4 of our Know Your City series. I'm here with David Abbas, our Transportation and Mobility Director, and he's going to tell us all about the services this department provides. David, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do here?
Happy to, Zavi. Thanks for having me, and it's always good to help the community understand what our department does. Transportation Mobility Department, we got about 60 folks. We're made up about 5 divisions, and so we have our Business Operations Division. It's kind of the admin side of the house, some contracting, purchasing, materials. That's where our cemetery also is under. Then we have our Streets and Operations Division. That's kind of the bulk of the department,
right.
And that's the operations and maintenance
Okay.
of all of our 882 lane miles of streets in town.
Wow. 800 and how much?
882 lane miles.
Wow.
So streets and ops, we've
Right.
got paving, we've got concrete, we've got landscaping, signing, striping, sweeping, winter ops. It's year-round maintenance of
Right.
essentially everything on the surface of our right-of-ways.
Wow.
But street preservation program where we try to, all of our maintenance, we try to be proactive and environmentally friendly, but basically extend the life of our asset as long as we can at the most cost-efficient methods. Let's see, then we have our Transportation Engineering Operations Division, and that's where the bridge program and the traffic signal program,
Okay.
citizen service requests, plan review, striping plans, that type of thing. The safety, ped safety. We have our Parking Division, that's the regulation, enforcement of parking in town. And then we have the airport underneath our department as well. So yeah, but really anything, transportation, moving people.
Sounds like anything and everything. That's a massive department and a lot of services that your department, provides, which we're really grateful for. You said something about service requests. Can you speak to a little bit more about what that is?
Certainly. So, we got 882 lane miles out there in town.
Right.
We're not going to see everything, so definitely appreciate the community helping be our eyes and ears.
Okay.
And that could be a pothole,
Right.
Vegetation blocking a stop sign, something of that nature. The best way is a citizen service request, which is online, and there's different categories, and those could be filled out.
Perfect.
That gets then dispersed to one of those programs
Teams,
teams that I mentioned, depending on what that citizen service request is.
Right.
So potholes, for example, we'll repair those within 48 hours.
Incredible,
if we see them
Right.
or a citizen in the community sees them and reports them.
Okay. Is there a number we can call also for that, or again, best way?
Best way citizen service request, but 541-317-3000 extension 3 gets you to our front desk.
Awesome. What about winter? What can the community expect, when the snow starts to fall, the streets start to accumulate with snow? What does that look like?
Certainly, we're a mountain town. We live right here next to the Cascade Mountains.
Right.
And, our winters are vary from light winters like we've had the last 2 seasons to, snowmageddons like we had in 15-16. With 882 lane miles in town, we gear up for kind of that average winter.
Okay.
It's not the equipment and the personnel to hit all 882 lane miles in
right away. Right.
So we have our system is broken up into priorities.
Okay.
Priority 1, 2, 3, with ones being the arterials, the busiest roads, commerce, business, moving the most traffic.
Right.
Priority 2s then is more the collector roads that feed into those arterials, as well as some targeted areas of schools, hospital, employment centers, things of that nature. Priority 3s are the local residential roads. Those are honestly make up the most bulk of our system.
Right.
Of those 882 lane miles, 70% of those are local residential roads.
Wow.
So we'll work through those priorities, and it depends on the storm.
Right.
If it snows all day long, the crew might need to start over on that same priority 1 that they started in the morning.
Right, after hitting those other priorities, and then they come back and hit those
there
same
might be
ones.
6 inches of snow there to get again. We're trying to keep the roads safe, for the traffic, for the community. If we do have those snowmageddons, as I called it, we have contractors that we can call in for some help and assistance.
Okay.
And they would really then deploy out to the residential areas while our full-time city staff would stay focused on those priority 1 and 2, arterials and collectors.
Perfect.
We have a small crew out there for bridges and roundabouts, you know, and trying to improve that level of service for bike and ped services as well during winter. You know, we have mag chloride as a pre-treatment, but that's, you know, we live right next to the Deschutes River, so you know, we don't salt the streets like, you know, you might see back east.
Oh, we don't salt?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
The mag chloride is a pre-treatment that lowers that freeze point, that helps when it does snow. Once it starts snowing, really there needs to be a couple inches of snow to accumulate before the plows.
Before they even start
plowing.
Right.
You know, we may be out sanding. We don't have the plows right down on the pavement. It's not a bare pavement policy.
Okay.
You know, snow plowing in an urban environment is more challenging or different than a state highway or out in the rural county. You know, we have catch basins and water valve boxes and manholes and bulb outs. So it's not a bare pavement policy with the plow all the way down on the pavement.
Right.
And then, you know, every storm's different, and we tackle it. Winter operations, we go to 2 shifts.
Okay.
5 days a week, cover from 4 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Wow, that's
normal
good coverage,
shifts. Yeah, with the ability to run overtime. Snowmageddons, we go to 2 12-hour shifts for around-the-clock coverage. And, you know, per the code, folks are responsible for their sidewalks out in front of their properties.
That's right in front, right? So the sidewalk right there, people, community members are responsible for that.
Shoveling those. Yep.
Okay, okay.
Yep.
Thank you so much for all the services your department provides, especially when and if we have a snowmageddon, when we don't. That's a lot of coverage, you know, a lot of things that y'all provide. So again, we're really grateful. Is there one thing you want to let community members know how to get involved or how to stay up to date with this information before I let you go? Yeah,
certainly. The website's got a lot of information on all our different programs. You know, bendoregon.gov /streets. And no, appreciate the time and you know, we got a prideful staff out there helping serve the community, keep it safe, looking good. So
perfect. Well, appreciate it.
Thank you.
And there you have it. Thanks for joining us, and stay tuned for our next video featuring Ben's Police Department.